Hello, fellow bibliophiles, and welcome back to Blatantly Bookish. I'm Marissa, and today I'd like to celebrate and reflect on my time on Booktube. That's right, it's my Booktube anniversary. For this, I took a mashup of 6 questions from a few different tags, which I'll answer for you, and then I would like to briefly chat about some of my favorite videos that I've made over the course of my channel. I went through all of the videos that I've made over the past 6 years and picked out the ones that stood out to me, that I'm really proud of, or that hold some special meaning for me, and that I feel are worth revisiting. So let's get on with it. The first question is, how many years of Booktube are you celebrating? I am celebrating 6 years on Booktube. My first video was made in August 2016. The second question is, how have you changed from your first video to now? Well, a lot has changed, and also some things are very much the same. When I first started this channel, I was a third-year dental student who missed the world of literature and was desperate for bookish people to talk to. Over the course of my channel, I've graduated, moved back to New York, went through residency, started working, got married, endured a global pandemic. So life, milestone-wise, plenty has changed, of course. I definitely have a lot less time in my life to devote to my channel, which I hate. I also have less time to watch other people's channels and to connect with new booktubers and to read in general. Part of me really wishes I was still back in school or working part-time again, because having all that free time on my hands to devote to literature was just such a treat. In terms of my channel, the backgrounds have changed, of course, as I've moved and gotten new furniture and such. My audio and video quality and editing abilities definitely fluctuates in my videos. Sorry about that, by the way. If you watch some of my older videos, the introduction sequence is way too loud. There are a lot of videos that have this kind of buzz in the background. Yeah. But as my channel has progressed, I also tend to do less tag videos, I think. I know they're really fun to watch, but I kind of got bored making them for the most part. I don't know if my taste in literature has changed all that much. I do feel that as I get older, I tend to shy away from more literary fiction and turn more towards genre fiction and commercial fiction. Question number 3, what has kept you motivated to keep making videos? Probably what's motivated me the most is all of the people that I regularly interact with. There are other booktubers who chat with me routinely, and some of them have become my closest friends. They inspire me with their channels and push me to make mine better every day. And you guys really motivate me too. I love having bookish chats with you in the comments section. Basically, interacting with the community as a whole is what makes me excited and motivated to keep making videos. Every so often, I'll have a hard month and take a tiny bit of time off, but I always find myself missing you desperately and wanting to continue to participate in this wonderful bookish community. Question number 4, what is your most popular video? My most popular video is hands down one of my most recent Jane Austen July videos. It's my review of Netflix's Persuasion adaptation, which inexplicably has 12,000 views, which is absolutely crazy when you think about it. Most of my videos have a few hundred views. I appreciate how excited everyone is about this video, and I did spend an inordinate amount of time thinking about the movie and scripting that video. But there are plenty of other videos that I've put a lot of thought into that haven't been as popular. I think it's just a popular topic, and people who don't watch some of my other videos are finding it through algorithms that I just can't begin to comprehend. Question number 5. What have you struggled with on Booktube, and how did you overcome it? The biggest thing that I've consistently struggled with on Booktube is speaking to the camera. In videos about starting your own channel, booktubers always give the advice that your ability to discuss books on camera gets better over time. I do think that's the case for most people, but I have just found that it's not the case for me. I'm super shy, and when I'm staring at the camera, I get very self-conscious and second-guess every word that comes out of my mouth. I'll trip over my words, have to edit like crazy, and I'll film a whole video only to get upset that I forgot to mention some important points. And then of course I won't want to post it. So basically I script everything. I don't know if I've really overcome this challenge or if I ever really will, but I do try my best, and if I never get more fluent in front of the camera, I guess that's all right too. Question number 6. Where do you see your channel in 1 year's time? In a year, I hope that my channel continues to bring me bookish joy. I don't have long-term plans for it in terms of subscribers or projects or monetization or anything like that. I just hope that it continues to be a rewarding part of my life. And on that note, I'd like to talk about some of my videos with you. I took the liberty of scrolling through all of my old videos and picked ones that really called out to me that I wanted to revisit and rewatch, videos that I'm proud of and that I just kind of want to point out and discuss a little. The first video is touring Louisa May Alcott's Orchard House. I had an amazing opportunity to visit Louisa May Alcott's home in Concord, Mass. with a friend back in 2018. Watching this video brought me back to that magical experience, and I just love how excited I get about history and literature and art in this one. Another video that caught my attention is one of my older videos, and that is paper marbling. I think I filmed this video the first year that I had my channel, and it was one of the few instances where my bookish and creative sides merged and I made something really neat. I guess the Jane Austen July video about Regency embroidery does that too, but I kind of like this one better. I never finished the embroidery I did for Jane Austen July last year. It got too time-consuming and I lost interest. Whereas these marbled papers bring back such fond memories of the fun I had marbling, as well as my old dental school apartment where this video is filmed. I still have those marbled papers shoved in one of my old sketchbooks, and some of them are made into bookmarks that I still have as well. Maybe I should make an updated version of this video, perhaps around Victober, and give away the papers or something. I don't know, we'll see. I also really like my Wives and Daughters video. Watching it again made me want to reread Wives and Daughters. It really brought me back to an old favorite of mine, and I love it when I'm able to capture exactly how excited I was in that moment of just having finished a new favorite. I also enjoyed my video on marriage and the Scottish Jane Austen. What I love about this one is that it discusses a more obscure work, and it really gets me thinking about Jane Austen in comparison to her contemporaries. Jane Austen was ahead of her time in so many ways, and thinking about her in relation to her contemporaries, especially to an author who is all but forgotten today, but was actually more popular than Austen way back when, is really interesting. I also love the video I did on Sarah Waters's Neo-Victorian trilogy. This is talking about an author I love, books that I love, set in one of my favorite time periods, the Victorian era. And it's about a buddy reading experience that I love. Katie from Books and Things and I have over the years read a lot of Sarah Waters books. We still have 2 left, but when we finished all of the Victorian books, I made this video. And so it reminds me of reading those books with her, and also just Sarah Waters' wonderful writing. Another video that I really like is Spinster Hood in Jane Austen. I love exploring this topic in Jane Austen, but it's really interesting because as much as I love this video, if I were to remake it today, I'd discuss the characters from Persuasion in more depth and quite differently. I talk about Anne as a spinster at 27, but I neglect to mention that her older sister isn't married either. And yet everyone seems to think that Elizabeth Elliot still has prospects for marriage. So what does that say about Anne? I love that my views on these topics change and grow as my knowledge of Austen deepens. And I love how people really interacted in the comments of this one, and even suggested other characters to think about when it comes to spinsterhood in Jane Austen, like Anne de Bourgh, or bringing up the question, would Mary Crawford be considered a spinster? Another video I loved is Oscar Wilde's comedic plays. It's just amazing to remind myself how much I love Oscar Wilde's plays and this specific rendition of them. I listened to a very special audio production of those plays that really brought them to life. I was really proud of this video when I made it, and I still am today. A more recent video that I really enjoy is A Bookish Hangover, the Dictionary of Lost Words. I had so much fun with this review. It was a really joyous birthday reading experience and a wonderful book, and I love how it brings up topics of linguistics and the power of words and how they're used. And last but not least, I want to mention my video on special and sentimental books. This was filmed quite a while ago, but I went back to my parents' house, sat on my childhood bed, and discussed some books that were really special to me at the time, some of which are still very special to me today. And I just really enjoyed showing off the beauty of older, used books and books that are special for really sentimental reasons, but wouldn't seem special to the ordinary person. This is another one that maybe I should make an updated version of, because it'll be interesting to look back and reassess what was special to me at the time. Is it still special to me today? And what books have I acquired since that should be added to that list? So that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you for supporting my channel and watching me, whether you've been watching me for a few months, a few weeks, or all 6 years. I really appreciate your support and the support of this entire community. And yeah, here's to many more. Please let me know anything that you feel like saying in the comments down below, whether it's a favorite video of mine or, just how long you've been watching my channel, or just anything and everything that you want to say. I look forward to seeing you guys in another bookish video very soon. Bye!